Welcome and good afternoon. This is Sports Drive live on Hstv. My name is Precious Azuma, and like I keep on telling you that whenever you see me on your screens, you just know that I'm just here to give you all the latest and the juice that is going about currently in sports right now. And a lot actually, keeps on happening every day. As I'm speaking right now, Manchester United have had their second signing. He goes by the name I think Lisandro Martinez is now a Manchester United player. And Accra House of Oak, yes, they are also having, should I say, crisis, because they are selling players. I mean, players are resigning and everything. It's just a whole lot of saga and brouhaha here and everywhere. Kotoko here. If Kotoko are not having problems, we have House of Oak also having problems. This and more today. The show is actually packed. Then we are going to talk right. We're going to actually analyze things, try to understand as in why things are really happening. Should we actually know something that is really going on? Is it that Kofi Koji is resigning or is leaving Heart of Oak because of mutual consent? Is it really of mutual consent, or is there actually something particular there that is causing these players to leave the club? These and many more we will be discussing right here on the Sports Drive show. So tell a friend to tell another friend that Precious Azuma here is seated to give you or bring you all the latest in the world of sports. So let's go for a quick break as we normally do. When we come back, we start off the show with some trends that is going about currently in sports.
The die is cast. The battle lines are drawn for Africa's most beautiful voice reality show.
30 super talented contestants.
20 thrilling and exciting weeks. The affections and tensions.
Who will be crowned the first most beautiful voice this year?
Who will walk home with 1-year recording deal and money in the bank?
Don't miss this exciting music reality show live on HSTV.
If you're wondering what will happen next, stay glued to HSTV for the unfolding details.
The show premieres on HSTV on the 30th of July 2022 at the GBC forecourt at 5 p.m.
Africa's most beautiful voice reality show is brought to you by HSTV in partnership with Veru Productions. Africa's most beautiful voice reality show.
This is your time to shine.
This is Hstv, grateful for your time. Training. Are you creative? Are you willing to learn? Are you interested in the media? Well, Hstv has an opportunity for you. Get training in camera handling, video editing, motion graphics, program presenting, MCR, sound engineering, news reporting, and casting.
In Accra to speak to some commercial drivers.
Why don't you call these numbers 054 6833 724 or 0240 300 507.
Welcome back from that quick break. This is Sports Drive live on HSTV. My name once again is Precious Azuma. So quickly, let's zoom straight into the trends that is going about currently in sports. And I'm going to start with the Ghana Football Association confirming that the Black Galaxies will participate in a 4-nation tournament in Austria in August. The tournament will also include Qatar, Morocco, and Jamaica. The Ghana Football Association president has tasked the team to, however, qualify ahead of Benin before the trip to Austria. So, the Black Galaxies, this is what the president, the Ghana Football Association president, is saying unto you. He's taxing you people. Since Mati and Nim Kakao Cape Coast, no share 3-0, yeah. We're also expecting you people to also prove us wrong whilst you're going away to play this match. So we are hoping to see the very best, as you people have already on my go and do something. Show us that yes, indeed, even if the Black Stars aren't really, doing something, you people are there to at least make Ghanaians happy. Now let's move on to the camp of Accra Hstv. And as I'm speaking right now, I don't know if it will shock you. To me, I'm still in shock because I wasn't expecting Kofi Koji to leave Accra Hstv. Yes, players leave, but I wasn't expecting Kofi Koji to leave right now. But as I'm speaking right now, he and Frederick and Sambotre have mutually agreed with the club to part ways. Kofi Koji rejoined Hstv from Qatari side Mutha FC on a 2-year deal last season and made 22 appearances and scored 7 goals. The 27-year-old leaves the club with a year remaining on his contract. Koji, who has fallen out of favor with top officials of the club, including the technical team, is expected to be paid all his outstanding due after agreeing to leave the club. Midfielder Frederick and Sambotre also departs the club after having his contract terminated. The 25-year-old joined Hstv from Liberty Professionals 2 seasons ago as a free agent and made 23 appearances for the Phobians. Well, that is quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like I keep on saying, it's very unfortunate. Now let's do some other stories. And Ghana Football Association has announced the teams that would make up the 2 groups of the upcoming Division 1 League Super Cup. The 8 teams taken from the different zones in the Division 1 League have been split into 2 groups of 4 in Swaterman FC and Kotoku Royals, who will both play in the Ghana Premier League next season, will be in Group A alongside Abusia Dwarfs and Liberty Professionals. In Group B, we have FC Samatex, who will also play in the 2022-23 Ghana Premier League. They will face Tamale City, Tamayut, and Young Apostles. The tournament will, however, be played from August 16th to August 22nd, 2022. Now let's zoom straight into the camp of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And as I'm speaking right now, they have unveiled their home and away kits for the 2022-23 football season. The jersey seeks to celebrate His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II, whom they describe as a pillar of the club. The kits were produced by Italian manufacturer. The signing of a 3-year deal with the defending champions of the Ghana Premier League. Away from the local stories that is going about now, let's do some European stories as well. And former Chelsea and Liverpool defender Glenn Johnson has blasted Jesse Lingard over his decision to join Nottingham Forest, claiming it is purely motivated by money. Lingard officially moved to Forest last week, having left Manchester United early in the summer upon the expiry of his contract. The talented attacking midfielder was the subject of much interest, with West Ham, we have Newcastle, Leicester City and Tottenham all set to be keen on signing the 29-year-old. But however, having had a successful loan spell with the Irons in 2021, it was assumed that David Moyes' side would win the race for Lingard's signature, but they were unable to reach an agreement with the England international. So we are all aware of the award that's our own. I'm saying our own because Sadio Mane isn't someone far. He won the African Player, of the Year. This is actually the second time, saying twice, that he has won this particular award. And when he went back to Bayern Munich, they didn't look down on his award that he got. They were they were happy and excited. They wanted to join him, make him feel like they appreciate more that he's doing in football and everything. As a result, they held a party for him. We have a video of what transpired at that particular club. Let's have a look.
Winning this title for one time, this is really huge. But winning this title two times, this is historical and great. So you can be proud of that, and we are also proud of you. Thank you.
So there you had it for yourself, the celebration and everything. Omani Phyllis say yes, you are part of the family. Although that he just joined the club, but look, you know, the excitement, the coach and everything, the technical team, everybody, the players, they were all excited actually that he won that particular award. But let me wrap up with the last trend that is going about right now. And Lisandro Martinez, like I said earlier, has officially been unveiled as a player of Manchester United. The Argentine left back signed a 5-year deal with the Red Devils until 2027 from Ajax Amsterdam for a reported fee of 46.8 million euro with an option to extend for another year. His side of fee might rise actually to 55.3 million. And this is where I draw the curtains on the latest that is actually going about right now in sports. We are going for a quick break as of now. When we come back, I have my analyst in the house. We are going to actually discuss about a lot of things that is actually going on. I mean, a lot of things, Heart of Oaks, leaving, and everything, you know, protocol. So issues popping up here and there. It's still something that needs to be addressed. I mean, they're going to Africa. Heart of Oak, they're going to Africa. Kotoko is also going to Africa. But look at the issues that is always, you know, popping out of these two clubs. What exactly is the matter? This and more we will be discussing right here on the show. So don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We will be right back.
This is Hstv, grateful for your time. Training. Are you creative? Are you willing to learn? Are you interested in the media? Well, Hstv has an opportunity for you. Get training in camera handling, video editing, motion graphics, program presenting, MCR, sound engineering, news reporting, and casting.
In Accra to speak to some commercial drivers.
Why don't you call these numbers 054 68 33 724 or 0240 300 507.
The die is cast. The battle lines are drawn for Africa's most beautiful voice reality show.
30 super talented contestants.
20 grueling and exciting weeks. The affections and tensions.
Who will be crowned the first most beautiful voice this year?
Who will walk home with 1-year recording deal and money in the bank?
Don't miss this exciting music reality show live on Hstv.
If you're wondering what will happen next, stay glued to Hstv for the unfolding details.
The show premieres on Hstv on the 30th of July 2022 at the GBC forecourt at 5 p.m.
Africa's most beautiful voice reality show is brought to you by Hstv in partnership with Veru Productions. Africa's most beautiful voice reality show.
This is your time to shine.
Dr. Andrew Akutu. I'm the Managing Director of Hstv Funeral Homes. Hstv Funeral Homes was established to provide modern, state-of-the-art and comprehensive funeral services. If a family lost a loved one, everything became a do-it-yourself affair. But Hstv Funeral Homes was established so that everything that has to do with the funeral, from the time a person dies until they are buried, can all be done and made available in one place. And at all times, to emphasize the importance of treating the body of the deceased with the utmost respect and dignity. Hstv Funeral Homes provides any and all services that have to do with funerals. Hstv Funeral Homes will recover the body from wherever the death occurred, embalm the body using the most modern techniques. We will keep the body or store the body in our state-of-the-art refrigeration system for as long as the family desires. Nearer the time of the funeral, we will prepare and dress the body up for the funeral. We provide transportation, namely ambulances and hearses, to convey the body from one place to the other as the family may wish. We also provide on our premises the services of an interdenominational chapel where the services can be conducted. We also have the only modern crematory in Ghana at the moment, which services not only Ghana but also Côte d'Ivoire. We also have a cemetery, one of the only two privately managed cemeteries in Accra at the moment. All it takes, literally, is one telephone call and perhaps 2 visits to our premises for everything to do with the funeral to be arranged for. There are several funeral plans on the market. Most of them are based on the premise that when the insured person passes away, the insurance company will pay an agreed sum of money to the bereaved family. Often enough, the sum paid to the family may not be sufficient to cover the basic needs the family requires. That is where the Prudential Dignity Plan comes into its own and is significantly different, because what the Prudential Dignity Plan ensures are the services that will be required, so that it does not matter whether 5 years or 10 years after the insurance was taken, those services will be provided regardless of the fact that the costs may have gone up. Once you are insured, your services are covered. It doesn't matter how long before the death occurs.
Dignity Farewell Plan from Prudential Life Insurance, in partnership with Hstv Funeral Homes, is providing families with over a decade of experience and peace of mind when it comes to saying goodbye to your loved ones. To find out more or to sign up to the Dignity Farewell Plan, contact us today.
Welcome back, and this is still Sports Drive live on your screens. My name is Precious Azuma. And before we went for that quick break, I told you that my analysts are ready for us to discuss about the issues that is actually, training and everything. Starting with Jess Lingard move to Nottingham Forest. A lot of people are actually coming out, bombarding him, telling a whole lot of issues that he shouldn't have moved to Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest. People are saying why, but that he has his own reasons. I believe that we shouldn't just jump into conclusion. Maybe I'll shine bit to me if we. So I don't know why even Glenn Johnson came out to say all those stuffs about him. However, we will be discussing more as time goes on. So if you want to send me your messages, I will gladly be willing to read it out so that the show can get more interactive and everything. I can't wait to read your message. However, not to waste much time, let me introduce my guests. As you already know, we have let me start with Patrick Kofi LVC from Asempa FM. Then finally I got his Finally, I got your name. Then Eugene Danko from GBC. Guys are welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So how is we are still in the week, but how is it going?
By grace, you are managing.
You are managing.
Yeah, sure. Everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
Yeah, since you are not dead, you are alive. There is health, good health, so we keep moving.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
We keep moving. Eugene.
Well, as you said, everything has been good, but in this world, you have to take risk. Sometimes you just don't want to hurt some people, but you have to. So if you step on someone's toes, just don't worry. The baby I will be here soon to say a bit microphone now. So, but just it's good to take risk, and everything is a risk. So you're cool.
So, gentlemen, we're talking about Jesse Lingard here. He's now a Nottingham Forest player, but people, especially with Glenn Johnson coming out to say all those stuffs about him that he shouldn't have moved there and everything. Do you think it's in the right direction? I mean, he moving to Nottingham Forest.
Well, before I start, let me say a very big shout out to Koleke Dede on Twitter. She's on Twitter. She has been one massive supporter. She actually encourages and also gives a very lovely welcome to a lot of people. So. Koleke Dede on Twitter, big up yourself, and also to all the people who are watching us on Hstv on the Sports Drive. Well, Jesse Lingard, I don't know why Johnson came out with such statement, because if you look at Jesse Lingard at Manchester United for the past, let's say, 4 seasons before he went on loan to West Ham,
yes.
He has never gotten a playing time at Manchester United.
Yeah.
Most of the time he's a bench warmer. He comes in the second half and all that stuff. So he moving to Nottingham Forest. I mean, Nottingham Forest now, where Johnson is actually coming up with this. I don't know what he expected Lingard to do, because in the times of Jose Mourinho, he was never a starter in the team. We've had Carrick, who came to take an interim for just 2 matches or 3, and he was not a starter. We've seen the coach who is now coaching. What's the name of the team? David Moyes never started him. We've had the coach recently who left before Ten Hag is coming. I've forgotten the name of the coach. Rangnick. Thank you. Rangnick also never started Jesse Lingard in the team, and he went to West Ham United. He performed very well. Where we thought he coming to Manchester United will get a playing or a starting time, but yes, he was not starting the game. So he moving to Nottingham Forest. I don't know why he's complaining about it. When West Ham decided to, keep the player permanently because of money issue, they came out with a bid. Manchester United said they are not going to accept that bid, and they convinced the player that he was going to be part of their plans. But yet the guy was not seeing anything. So he leaving to Nottingham Forest, I think, is the best move for Jesse Lingard, because now he's going to be assured of a lot of playing times. And don't forget, England, we are going to play the World Cup now. He wants to get a call up for the England national team. So he have to impress the coach, so that I can gain that kind of call up. And the only way you can impress a coach by your performance is getting a lot of playing time. And going to Nottingham Forest, and I'm sure he's going to be the face of Nottingham Forest at that time, because he's one of the biggest players when it comes to Manchester United. He has not been that kind of poster boy at Manchester United, by coming to Nottingham Forest, who have just gained promotion into the EPL. Automatically, they need players with that kind of experience, those players who can, drive the team. Because Jesse Lingard has had a lot of experience at Manchester United. He has played the Premier League before. He has been there for so many years. So going to Nottingham Forest, I think, is a perfect move for him. For him, it's not necessary for the club itself, because Nottingham Forest is not a big team where you can say he's going to challenge for a top 4, he's going to play Europa. So he going to Nottingham Forest is for his personal growth, getting playing time, and also making an impression for Southgate, the England national coach, so that he can gain that kind of call up for him. Because
he's in the right direction.
With me, Lingard going to Nottingham Forest is not a mistake.
Sure. Patrick, he's in the right direction.
All right, so a very good afternoon, good evening to those who are watching us, and a very big happy birthday going out to Ken Caddy from Zola. Zola says a very big happy birthday going out to you. So, Ken Caddy, God bless you so much. I started this way in 2020-2021. It was the same David Moyes, who now coaches West Ham United, who saw the need to come for a certain Jesse Lingard from Manchester, because he wasn't getting playing time, but he knows the quality in him. So he went there, and without a shadow of doubt, he was an exploit there. In the first game, I think they played against Aston Villa, he scored 2 goals. Yeah, so they won 3-1 in that game, and he went on to improve in the team, and they wanted to make him a permanent player in the team, but United wanted him to come back, saying they wanted him to be part of his team and stuff. So when he came back and still playing time wasn't given, David Moyes, Tottenham Hotspur, a lot of teams went, including Nottingham Forest. But Nottingham offered him 200,000 a week wages, which was very huge for a player in a caliber of Jesse Lingard. But from the other angle, you can also say that a player like Jesse Lingard who play for Manchester United. You see, why people are questioning the move of Jesse Lingard is that you've played for United. Last time you went there and you went to do exploit, and now you are trying to move to a team that have now been promoted back to the Premier League, which even we can say that qualification or staying in the league next season is not even assured, even though he signed a year contract. But David Moyes is coming for you back because he knows what you can do for the team. That is why they are talking about that. But the point is, he's a player. He knows what is best for him. He knows why he has chosen the Nottingham Forest team. And the wages is also part of the reasons why he chose to move to Nottingham Forest, because 200,000 a week. Even when Sadio Mane was with Liverpool, was taking 150. So it means that it's not a cheap amount that he's going to take every week. So clearly, it's not a step in the right direction talking about his football career. But as a player, he's 29 already.
Why isn't it in a step?
That is why I've said already that it is not because Nottingham Forest, they are new promoted side, but they remaining in the league next season is not really assured because of the, you know how it's like. You can come and you go back at the same season. That is why he signed a year contract with them. But as I was already saying, the money is also important. He's already 29 years. He's getting to his early 30s, and then clearly he needs to make money so that everything will be fine. So we're wishing him well. Maybe exploits might come up from the Nottingham Forest move that he has made. Who knows what tomorrow brings up. So we're wishing him all the best. Glenn Johnson is just talking too much because he's a player and he has management team and everything, and they know what he went through before they chose Nottingham Forest. So I think he's on.
He's on. So talking about the signings and everything, still with the window and those stuff that is going about. Let's just drive straight into the camp of Manchester United. It turns out that they have also, you people were talking, I remember that last time you people were talking that Erik ten Hag should get quality players in order to make it, since we are preparing towards the next season. And he has signed his second player, who goes by the name Lisandro Martinez from Ajax. I don't really know why he went to sign him. We don't really know what his site is for Manchester United currently, because it looks like he's going out for the players maybe he thinks will help him next season. But what do you think about his signings right now?
Well, with Erik ten Hag signing, I think it's the third signing he has made. You have Eriksen, Malaysia, and then Lisandro Martinez is the third person he has signed so far at Manchester United. Now, if you look at the Manchester United team as a whole, you have to know that they are doing a rebuilding. It's not a team that you can say that they want to challenge the title as of now. No. Manchester United at the moment is doing a rebuilding. And if you talk about Manchester United, you are talking about one of the best clubs in the world. If you are talking about top 5, or top 10 clubs in the world, you can mention about Manchester United because they are up there, Champions League winning. They've got 3. They've gotten other trophies in the EPL. If you come there, they are one of the toppest teams in the world. Now, the reason why, I have a problem with Manchester United going for, I'm not going to say necessary, but I think it's average players. Because if you look at the likes of Malaysia, Eriksen, the other time, you said because of his condition, he cannot give you the kind of Eriksen he was when he was at Tottenham Hotspur or in the early days at Inter Milan because of his health issues. Because he has this kind of complications that he cannot give you that kind of energy that you want in football. If you look at Malaysia right now, Malaysia has been playing for, I think, Benfica, right? he coming from Benfica also. I mean, he's not that tried and tested, and now we've seen Alessandro also coming to Manchester United from Ajax. I mean, Manchester United at the moment, the other time I said they're a team who can actually go and then compete for the likes of big players. You can mention of the Mbappe, the Neymars. As Chelsea is even fighting with Barcelona, or Barcelona fighting with the likes of Koundé, this is the position where Manchester United could be. They go for quality players. They are known for buying the big names. They are known for buying, top class players. But at the moment, because of the crisis of Manchester United, they cannot get, quality players. And Ten Hag actually bringing Lisandro Martinez at Manchester United is because he has worked with the person at Ajax before. He knows the capability of the player. He knows what he can use the player for. That's the main reason why he's getting someone like Lisandro into the team. And the reason why Manchester United cannot go for world-class players at the moment is because of their position as of now. Now, every top player would like to play for Champions League. Why is it that Dion says he doesn't want to come to Manchester United? This is part of the reason why he will not come to Manchester United, because Manchester United at the moment is doing a rebuilding, and the project in there, we don't even know the project Manchester United doing as of now. Because if you are bringing this kind of players, we don't know whether you are going to play in the top 4, because as we said at that time, if you look at the top 4 teams in the EPL, let's talk about top 6. If you take Chelsea is doing, recruiting players, bringing in someone like Koulibaly, bringing in Sterling, who was, the top players.
You are saying the coach in signing those average players, let's put it that way, since you have made mention of it, it's not in the right direction.
That's why I said they are doing a rebuilding. So if you are doing a rebuilding, you cannot bring those in top class players.
Necessary.
They are necessary to the team. That's why it's a rebuilding. Rebuilding, you don't bring in top quality teams, because, to be frank, except only quality players will come to your team only if you are going to play an elite competition like the Champions League. Because why is that Ronaldo wants to leave Manchester United? As at now, the plan they want to do is
actually come to
all right.
Ronaldo.
So De Jong doesn't want to. Example right now is De Jong. There's a link or talks about De Jong moving to Manchester United. He said he doesn't want to go there. Why? Because they are not going to play the Champions League, and every top player wants to play a Champions League. Abalora left as Santo Kotoko, went to Sheriff because Sheriff will play Champions League. And if you're a player and you play in this Champions League, your market value alone goes high. You get it? So he getting all these kind of players is in a good direction for Manchester United, because now they cannot attract the big players that we can name off. They cannot attract someone like Lewandowski. Even Aubameyang will say you will not come to Manchester United because of their position as at now. That's why I said as at now, the position of Manchester United. As at now, because we know they are a big club. So as at now, they cannot attract any big players. So the players they could get or they can get is the ones they are getting. So getting these players to come and help the team, build a new set of players, build a new set of quarter around the team, and then take the team forward is what Manchester United is doing as at now. So if United fans will be there and they'll be happy that they are going to win a trophy, or they shouldn't expect a trophy this season. Because no, they shouldn't expect.
I don't agree with you if you say that.
Which trophy? No, Manchester. Do you know why I'm saying that? Do you know why I'm saying that? Manchester City is buying Haaland. Manchester City is buying quality players in contempt of these trophies.
And I'm standing there for the club, actually. You can't just say, just because Eric Ten Hag is signing these average players like you're putting, nothing good can come out of them.
I didn't say nothing good is coming out of them.
Your analysis. It's like
no. What I'm trying to say is,
listen.
I mentioned titles. I mentioned trophies. They can perform and go and be in the top 4. Top 4 doesn't give you trophies. If you are second, doesn't give you any titles.
But how sure are you that next season they will not
even
People are
investing. Man City is investing. Tottenham is investing. Why are they investing? They want a trophy. Manchester City, as I said, they are investing. Tottenham investing. Chelsea is also investing. Liverpool is investing.
Manchester United is also investing.
Which players? Which quality players? Look at wait. Let's be real here.
It's like you are downgrading these players. Regardless of wherever they are coming from. You can pick somebody from Division 1.
Hold on.
I'm not trying to speak on it. No. Let me just make. You can't just say if because coach knew like a high quality player needs to know the team will not be of any use, and as they won't even make it to the top 4 next season. You can't predict.
I never said they will not make it to the top 4.
I said
they can't compete for titles. Now let's do this.
Why are you saying they can't?
Let's do this analysis. Let's do this analysis.
You are doing it.
Ronaldo, as at now, is shaking whether he's going to play for Manchester United this season or not. is still hanging. So now their best attacker right now is who? Martial. Compare Martial to Haaland. Let's look at player to player. Compare Martial to Haaland. Compare Bruno to Kevin De Bruyne. That Manchester City and Manchester United. Compare the players Manchester United have as at now compared to Manchester City, and look at the quality of the players that they have. Manchester City will beat you any day for a title because of the quality of players that they have. Why do you think Real Madrid were winning the Champions League? Because they have quality players there.
So what you're trying to say is that Manchester United aren't going for quality players.
They have players, but we have quality players.
Easy. Meaning that they don't have quality players.
They don't have the who? Mention one player.
They don't have quality. So now you are trying to say that Manchester United right now don't have any quality player.
See, if you take De Gea, who has been on top performance,
so
from the back line from Manchester United, let's take Ronaldo off. You can single out certain players like Bruno. He's performing. If you talk about Anthony Martial, we know Anthony Martial. He has been playing for Manchester United for almost 3 years or 4 years. He has been playing. We've not seen anything from Anthony Martial. He went to loan at Sevilla and he scored only 1 goal at Sevilla on loan. Now let's talk about Rashford. Rashford is inconsistent in the team. What performance can he really give you? Are you going to talk about Elanga? Is Elanga a player who's supposed to play Manchester United?
Patrick, you're not saying anything,
you're welcome to me.
You should also say something about.
Let me give you the players. Let me give you the players. Elanga is Elanga is not even a player who can play. Who is supposed to even play Manchester United? Elanga should be playing less in the Newcastle or another side because they have no options, so they have to play this kind of players. You can talk of who else. Sancho is a quality player, yes, but when he came in, he's now finding his feet in the team. We can talk about Fredo has not been that consistent in the midfield for Manchester United. You can talk about McTominay, who has not been that. Even with the squad that they had, they couldn't win a trophy. Then how much more bringing in this kind of average players? And which trophies are you going to win? So that's why I said they shouldn't be happy, or they can be happy that they are building the team all right, but they shouldn't put it in their mind that they are going for a trophy this season. They should know that they are building a team, and they shouldn't focus on a title. Because teams are investing into their teams or in their club just to win titles. You can't bring in the Rashford, Sancho, the Anthony Martial to say that. Come on.
Patrick, please make your point.
All right. So it is the third signing that United has made. Lisandro Martinez already. Malaysia is in, and then they also have Christian Eriksen, who can't give you enough playing time because of his condition now. But I think that with United and Ten Hag, I've already come here to say that the point remains that United or the Glazer family are not ready to spend. They are not ready to go into the market and make a lot of signings because they feel that they have good and quality products in the academy that when they give them time and they groom them, they can do well. Lisandro Martinez is not a bad player. And every player that Ten Hag is signing is a player that is coming from the Netherlands League, the Eredivisie, where he knows them very well. They are quality players, but the point is that the English Premier League is a different league on its own. And Liverpool, City, Chelsea, you want to compete, you have to spend a lot. And United are not really spending as you want to see them spending. I see them that it's not really their fault that they are not doing much in the transfer, but because even Frankie de Jong is now saying that he won't play for United because they are not playing in the Champions League. That one is a factor. That is why maybe they are not approaching a lot of top guys in the industry. But I think that as time goes on, everything will be fine. But I've said it that this United current team is not a team that can compete for the English Premier League, which is an argument that if you are a true United fan and if you watch the EPL very closely, you get to know that that is the truth. That is the issue on ground, that EPL is now turning into a league that without spending you can't compete in. Yeah, you can play the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and a way or the other you can maneuver your way out and get to the finals and maybe win that one. But with the ultimate happens to be the English Premier League, it's really going to be difficult for you looking at Lisandro Martinez, Christian Eriksen, and then Malaysia. United are trying to get back on track. But at the end of the day, you could see that the quality that other teams are buying will make United suffer in maybe even competing for the top 4 spots, because Chelsea will buy more than two before the transfer window closes. United are not buying like that. Liverpool are still in the business. They are buying a lot of quality City are also buying. Even Tottenham Hotspur are doing it. Arsenal are buying in. Like even West Ham United are doing a lot of signings, which are good.
So both of you are trying to say that even if the biggest team in the world has, let's say, the best coach, regardless of that particular team not having quality players like you people are putting it, the club is useless.
No, it's not about the club being useless. All I'm saying is that you see Mourinho went to AS Roma and he was able to win the Conference League with them. We know the caliber of coach Jose Mourinho is. But look at what he's doing now. He's gotten a Nemanja Matic from United and already signed Paulo Dybala from Juventus. So clearly, it tells you that no matter how good you are as a coach, you have to improve your squad. Pep Guardiola has become the best coach in the world because of the signings he makes as a coach. It's not because when he came, if the players that Pep Guardiola came to meet at City, if he thought it was, oh, I'm a good coach and then I can do, you see, coaches have to get quality materials for them to improve. So the good things that United can give Erik ten Hag will bring out the best in Erik ten Hag, because if you don't give him quality, even the best thing that he can do won't be up to the level that you want him to do it. You are not saying United is doing bad. In this particular preseason they went to play, we've seen what they've really done. They've done very well. But the preseason, I came here last week to say that it's a different thing from the English Premier League, and shouldn't be happy going into the Premier League with preseason winnings. So I don't know what it holds for them, because we have, I guess, September before the window closes. So maybe who knows what is really going to happen and what they are going to do before then. So United, we're still waiting on what they will do before the window.
But then, just a quick one on Lisandro Martinez. You know, he coming to Manchester United, although they are doing a rebuilding, but he's a good addition to the club. Why? Because he's a player who can give you three options. He can play as a centre back in the midfield and also play as the left back. So getting a player of his quality, and one thing about football nowadays is that every coach wants a ball playing centre back, a ball playing defender. He's one of the person who is very good when he's keeping the ball and his awareness of the ball. You know, most of the times we always say that when a player is off the ball, or if you are not having the ball, the danger man on the pitch is the one who's not having the ball. So his awareness on other players, his awareness of the ball is always great, and his tackles and ability to give those kind of long passes. He gives. You see, one characteristic about Paul Pogba is his long passes. It's the same. He has that kind of qualities with Paul Pogba, and I think he coming into Manchester United at the moment is going to help the club. Looking at their back line, I think he will get even a straight first 11 the Manchester United team.
So I'll get back to you. Let me read some messages here that I have, then we will continue with the show. So this one is coming from, okay, he didn't, please, when you're sending the message, okay, this is coming from Kweku and Subbright, but whenever you're sending a message, please add your name so that I can mention your name and the show can be more interactive and everything. It says, great show by all standards, just joined the show. Welcome, Kweku and Subbright, best feels for oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, this one is also saying, keep the fire burning. Sapi, it's Asari inside Beam City, Ashaman. I really like the show. Please, how far is Konde's move to Barcelona?
Confirm that one.
Okay, so it has been confirmed.
Yeah, so Kunde is not
a Barcelona player. Yeah, sure. Okay, so let me read this last one. It says, good afternoon, HSTV. Please ask the pundit in the black shades, is he comparing Richarlison, who nearly went to relegation with Everton, to Sancho, Rashford and Martial, who consistently played the UEFA Champions League and even won titles in the past? I'm Isaac from Accra. Okay, thank you so much for the message over there. I will be expecting more messages to read on the show, so keep on watching Sports Drive as we are so the guy actually with the black shades.
Yes,
so you are with the black shades. He's
talking about
Eugene.
He talking about, I mean, the name is Eugene anyway, so it's not about the black shade and other things. The name is Eugene.
So that
now,
is what he's
here's the thing. He comparing Sancho to Richarlison. Yes, fine. But here's the thing. It's not one player who's going to play the game. We have 11 players on the pitch. So at the moment, if you are going to talk about attackers between Tottenham Hotspur, because Richarlison at the moment is playing for Tottenham Hotspur. If you are going to talk about attackers, and Tottenham Hotspur attackers and then Man United attackers. You can talk of the Sancho, you can talk about Rashford, you can talk about Anthony Martial, right? These are the three, or let's add Bruno Fernandes to it. These are the four attackers that we have for Manchester United. Now with these attackers, let's look at Tottenham Hotspur attackers. They have Song, they have Harry Kane, they've gotten Perisic, they've gotten Richarlison. So compare this kind of four attackers to each other and see who is having the quality players. Because Song has been giving us goals here and there. We have seen Harry Kane who also has been giving the goals here and there. Perisic is tried and tested in there. He has played in the Italy. I mean, he has performed under Inter Milan. Okay. So these are players you are talking about. Yeah. So if you single out Sancho and you single out Richarlison, why don't you single out Song and then Sancho? So you are talking about qualities in the team and not individual players in the team.
Okay, so let me read this last comment, then we will move on straight into the local scene, which is actually really trending. I'm talking about House of Oaks, parting ways with Kofi Koji. Kofi Koji, then Frederick and Sabuche and everything. Now let me read this last message then, but you can still send in your messages as time goes on. However, this one says, I'm Henry from Kotobabi. How many quality players did Leicester City have before winning their league in 2015? And that one I'm throwing into.
I think he has a point where the question he's asking, but when Claudio Ranieri came to Leicester City, the team he came to meet, there weren't players that you would say that they were so much quality, or there was so much quality in it. But there are few players that, as of now, you can see them and where they are playing. Riyad Mahrez is now with Manchester City. N'Golo Kante is now with Chelsea. Yeah. And you also have Harry. Okay, he wasn't even there. Maguire wasn't part of the team. Schmeichel is still one of the best goalkeepers. They had a couple of good players that helped them win the league. And after the league, we all saw the impact they are making in the big teams in the English Premier League or wherever they find themselves now. Jamie Vardy was also part of that squad. So it's not really about the amount of quality players in there, but even the problem was they were focused as a team. We saw Manchester United last in this particular team. They were always focused, commitment was poor, and the same core of players that are still there in the team. So clearly, we are saying that they can't compete. You see, when you are talking about United winning a league, you know the quality United possesses. Patrice Evra, one of the former players, came to say that this current crop of players that United have, in their time, not even one of them will be a starter. True. And that is the fact about it. Because the players that are there are not committed like the players who were there before. So it's not about those who, because United is not an average team that you can compare or go lower like Leicester City. Yeah, sure. The main reason why I'm saying like certain players does not even deserve to play Manchester United, because Manchester United is a big club. No, and you see, once a club be a big.
But you don't want any of them inside. You don't want Bruno Fernandes. You don't want. I'm thinking Ronaldo is even thinking of leaving.
The issue. See, why is Ronaldo even leaving?
You don't.
You think we'll talk about Ronaldo?
You will talk about that, but because of time, I wanted.
You see, so Man United at the moment, club nanka players was say about Manchester United. And new players we don't know. Obi to say Maguire, Obi to say.
You don't want.
No, they are not supposed to even play because it's because of the problems. Sancho is a quality player from Dortmund.
With Maguire, the amount they bought Maguire.
Since he came to Manchester United, he hasn't been that Sancho that we used to know back at
it's because of the team. You see. One thing about players is that sometimes the player can be very good, but you can try your best, but and Sancho coming to Manchester United, he has not found his feet yet. This I say okay, Sancho is one of the best players that we've seen. Okay, so at the moment, when players say Manchester United or so Ilanga, you are talking about Ilanga, Fred, McTominay. Whilst if you are mentioning players at Manchester United, you can talk about the likes of Ronaldo has been there, Ryan Giggs. We are talking about Postco's. Compare such players to these players that they are Manchester United at the moment. And then the Manchester United, Manchester United.
The question is say, Enka last season, Manchester United, yet to say how they went. Can you people won't be here bashing them?
Let me quickly chip in
and saying also
let me chip in on the Ronaldo issue with the meeting that was held yesterday with Ten Hag and the big man in the United team. And then land on this particular issue. Somewhere January, Ronaldo had an interview and he was talking about the point that he doesn't want the season to end and then United will be 8th, 7th seat or 5th. Meaning he was talking about a top 4 spot because he said he wanted to compete. And competing is always about the UEFA Champions League from his angle. So, as it stands now, after saying that, he also made that statement that the commitment of the United players wasn't up to par. They weren't on top like they need to do. So it was one of the reasons, or these are the 2 things that Ronaldo is now basing on to leave the club. The last time I was saying that, you see, Ronaldo now has 145 Champions League goals. And then Messi have 125. So now the difference is 15. So if Ronaldo is not playing the UEFA Champions League this season, and Messi plays, Messi will play one or two small teams in the Champions League, and he'll be banging in the goals. So the gap will be closed. Now, yesterday after the meeting, there was nothing positive that came out. Ronaldo is still on the point that he wants to leave United because the signings that they are doing for a team to have a better future depends on the quality you are going to bring on board.
Even I can't remember some interview he conducted with this certain journalist. I've forgotten his name. He was talking about Manchester United not having that mentality.
The winning mentality.
He was like, they have to change
their mentality.
If they're able to change their mentality, they are good to go.
And so that is the problem. Now, if truly United don't want to, they don't want Ronaldo to go. The best thing they could do is to sign a lot of quality players because they will help them qualify for the top 4 next season, even if he's going to stay. But with these players, Ronaldo knows that the position is not assured that they are going to make it. So yesterday, as it stands now, if a United fan, the point is that Ronaldo is still standing on the point that he doesn't want to play United this particular upcoming season. He's going to train as a professional player with United, but Jorge Mendes is still working out things that they will get a better team for United that will help him play the UEFA Champions League come next season. All because quality is not there, winning mentality is not there, and nothing is working out for United. So that is that.
So we just quick one. But the Ronaldo issue, for them to settle the issue, the only thing Ronaldo wants to do is just to play in the Champions League. I think the best solution for this is they should give Ronaldo on loan to a team who is playing the Champions League for 1 season. And I'm sure after 1 season, Manchester United, with what they are doing, they can be in the top 4.
But do you still think it's fair?
That's.
How can you say that they should just let him on a loan to a team that is going to play the Champions League?
That's what he wants.
What are you trying to? It's like you are looking down on Manchester United.
We are not.
Manchester United. Manchester United was okay. To my perception and to my view that I saw Manchester United, it wasn't that okay, but it was okay. But since O'Brien, I don't know. I don't really know. See? I can't say I met here, but O'Brien is like it's been downs upon downs upon downs. Not really a team need you. You have to help. You are the experienced one. I'm seeing him to be the older person here. You know what's there. So you're supposed to at least help. Conference League into also you want to play in the Champions League.
I think they are playing the Europa, right? See, Ronaldo, as you said, they are performing, and then if Ronaldo has not come to Manchester United last season, I can mind Europa because now for a team to gain points, they have to score goals, and it has been Ronaldo who has been giving you the goals. Before Ronaldo hadn't come to Manchester United, before he came in, here's the thing: the top attackers at Manchester United were Cavani, who was inconsistent because of his age. Now name another attacker after Cavani who was at Manchester United. Who? Mention a striker at Manchester United. Last 2 seasons, injury worries for Rashford. He was not consistent. And now you had Ronaldo. Ronaldo gave you 18 goals. He was third. He gave you 18 goals. And he's the person who led you to even play Europa. Now he said he doesn't want to play the Europa. He wants to play Champions League. And because of his profile. So just loan him to a team who can play the Champions League for 1 year and work out your way out into the top 4. And then he'll come back and play the Champions League with you. It's very simple.
Let me read these messages, then we continue with. This time around, we are going straight into the camp of Accra Hearts of Oak. I want us to wrap up with that story because it's really trending and it's something that needs to be addressed as well. This one is saying, I'm back again. Please, Mr. Eugene, ask yourself, Harry Kane, after scoring so many goals for himself, does he have even a EFL Cup in his trophy cabinet? Please, Man United is rebuilding. We shall get there soon. Isaac once again, okay. And this one is also saying, were they quality players? Okay, I'm not really getting the statement, but this one is saying we are going to surprise him. We are going to surprise you. Those who are bashing Manchester United.
For the surprises.
Okay, so let me read another one. Says, I'm Eric from Ablekuma. Tell Eugene to talk about quality players, because Paris Saint-Germain have quality players last season, but yet they couldn't even reach final in the Champions League. Okay, this is also saying, hi guys, trust you are good. It's about time to reconsider his decision on Ronaldo and bring him on board, because our on front is not potent from 90s. Okay, you want Cristiano Ronaldo to move from Manchester United to Chelsea. Interesting. This one is also saying, please ask them that they Chelsea or Barcelona fans, because they talk like one. Okay, no, not actually. Oh yes, actually Chelsea fans, that's why they're talking like that. I don't mind them. United fans, we are here. We support you guys. You better fam. Also saying Kweku, okay, Kweku Ansabite is back again. Says Ronaldo should join Kotoko if he wants to play Champions League. Every Champions League be Champions League. Why didn't he qualify them? Shucks. But anyways, that is what we are discussing here. This is also saying, hello, I'm Bright. From Ashaman, Ronaldo is slightly bigger than Manchester United. They should loan him for now. Every good player wants to play in the Champions League. Very interesting over there. But straight away, we are doing, because of time, we are zooming straight into the local front, of which I made mention earlier, of Accra Hstv. To say there, that's the issue back at Caribbean. I was saying how to work on so any issues so bani can't them. So they have parted ways with Frederick and Sabotri as well as Kofi Koji. I don't know why. They are saying out of mutual consent, but people are wondering, maybe there's a particular reason as to why, both of them are leaving the club and everything. But I was expecting them to stay, but I don't know of you. So you can send me your message and I'll read it so that the show can get more interactive. But let me start with, I'm always starting with you. Let me start with Patrick. Patrick.
All right, so with Kofi Koji
moving from Accra Hstv.
Frederick Ansabotri, Larry Sumaila, and one or two players leaving Hstv. If a player wants to leave a team, or a team wants to release a player, it's not a news. With Kofi Koji, I predestinated it that he was going to leave at the end of the season because of what happened between him and the coach, the things that the coach said about him during some conferences and a whole lot of things. So Kofi Koji leaving Hstv is not something new to me. It's not a surprise to me that he has left. Even though he scored 10 goals for them last season, he leaving, I've said it that even as of now, Ronaldo is not getting a team to play. So if United Hstv think that Kofi Koji cannot play for them and they want to offload him and they have done that, I think there are teams that can see the potential in Kofi Koji and go and just get him to bang in the goals for them as they want it. So I don't want to delve deep into it because it's a mutual agreement between them and the club. So it's well, Frederick Ansabotri is a quality player, but he's also leaving. We don't know what is really happening. We've heard they are signing a good and quality players back into their team. So we are waiting on them. So whoever is going, we are wishing them well, and we are praying that everything will be fine. But the only thing I want to say about Hstv is that today I was listening to Oparado when he was asked about when they were going to unveil their new jersey, and he was talking about the fact that for the past 2 seasons, Hstv is having the best jersey in Ghana and in Africa. But I'm taking this opportunity to tell them that even if it is true that Hstv wears the best jersey in Africa, it doesn't win a trophy. Put good measures in place, you go to Africa, perform very well, so that at the end of the day, you can celebrate a trophy, not a jersey. Thank you.
Eugene.
Well,
Kofi Koji leaving the club.
We are so bent on Kofi Koji.
No, it's not like that. Looking at how Kofi Koji have done with Accra Hstv, I mean, I saw a brighter future with him, in the club. But now yet to why all of a sudden, then we heard that Kofi Koji have parted ways with Accra Hearts of Oak?
Well, to begin with, anytime a coach comes into a club, the coach has a philosophy, he has a style, he knows his tactics, he knows what he wants from players. So the first thing he does is he wants to recruit players who can fit into the style he wants to play. So exactly what Samuel Boadu did at Accra Hearts of Oak. He came out and he said he was not using Kofi Koji because he was timid. That was his point. And now if you look at the style of Samuel Boadu, I mean, Kofi Koji was nowhere going to fit into the style of Samuel Boadu when they're attacking. So then he has to be on the bench. That was the reason he came out with that. He was timid, so he was not going to use him. Fine, this is the coach saying. So as a player and the coach has come out to say certain things, it's two things for you. It's either you leave the club or now from your timidness you become very sharp and active so that the coach can use you. So it's two things. You take one option, then you move. So he leaving Accra Hearts of Oak. If he's timid, the coach says he's timid and cannot use him. He leaving Accra Hearts of Oak is not a big deal. Patrick Razak leaving Accra Hearts of Oak, it depends on the style of how Samuel Boadu will always play. Now, Samuel Boadu is a coach who always wants his attackers to go narrow. If you look at a Free Bani, if you look at Suraj, if you look at all the attackers of Accra Hearts of Oak, they always go narrow. But Patrick Razak, with his experience, is always a wide attacker. He always goes wide, where Samuel Boadu doesn't want. I mean, that's what he doesn't like. So a player like Patrick Razak will never get a starting lineup or will never start Accra Hearts of Oak matches, except there are some conditions where he wants to use him in the second half because of his ability to dribble or his pace. That is when he will use Patrick Razak. But if you are talking about the style of Samuel Boadu, Patrick Razak has no place in there. He has come out and he has said Kofi Koji is not getting in there. And Saboche, it can be the style of play or it can be some issues in there. So they're moving from Accra Hearts of Oak. I actually don't find it that difficult to understand.
So you don't see any complications whatsoever?
Well, so far as the only problem I will have with Accra Hearts of Oak is you offloading players without replacing them. Typical example is they offload a Futu and then they didn't get a replacement for him and they suffered in the midfield because Futu was one of their best players in the midfield. So as you are offloading players, make sure that you recruit quality players more than a quality player, or I mean at par, so that you can bring them into the team to perform. But if you don't bring in or any replacements and you think you are Accra Hearts of Oak, you are going to Africa and you are going to do something there, then that is where the problem will start coming from. So you see, every coach, every season, there are some players who wants to leave. Even it's happening in Chelsea. Timo Werner wants to leave. I mean, Tuchel has even come out to say that there are some players, even though they are playing the game, but they are thinking of leaving the club. So players would like to leave every club, especially if it's not getting game time play. They want to leave. If their system or the system of the coach does not suit how they play, they want to leave. So there are so many conditions that will let players leave the club. So if they are offloading such players, I don't have a problem with they going, but they should. I mean, I think now they've gotten a replacement for Kofi Koji because they have Kaba, and he's here. So Kaba is here to stay. Now you have Kaba in the Premier League.
Is it Kaba or Kaba?
Yeah, if you speak Kaba is more like Kaba is more like you're speaking in tongues. But if you say Kaba, it's like the women's Kaba and Slit. So that one. And then I hear there. So I say it's Kaba.
Let me read these messages then. We'll go back to the discussion. This one says, okay, I'm Sylvester from Dansoman. Hearts of Oak have disappointed me. We the fans. Okay. And this one is also saying Kofi Koji is a good player and will get a team to play. Wishing him all the best. I'm Sandra watching inside La Paz. Okay, thank you very much, Sandra, for that one. Very there. And let me read another one. It says Koji departure has been long overdue. He's so indisciplined and he must leave. Really interesting. Again, we are watching for a Togbe arrival so we can complete a Futu's second coming. 90s there once again. And this one is also coming back again from Kweku and Sab Albright. He says, I think Fab release isn't about performance because he is the best central midfielder in Ghana without any doubt. Bye bye Kofi Koji, Salakap Koji. Oh, but we anyways, let me read another one also saying Hearts of Oak should sign okay, I said I'm Shadrach watching you live from Zongo Junction. Hearts of Oak should sign Omar Bashiru from Karela FC, more fire HSTV. Okay, thank you for your messages over there. But we are still discussing about, it's not only about Kofi Koji. He's not the only player that, you know, has departed from Accra Hearts of Oak. We have Frederick and Samboche and the rest. So you people are saying that it's in the right course. Others are also saying that it's not in the right course. My analysts are also saying here that it's in the right course. So I'm not siding with them. I'm not siding with them at all. Why would they go? But looking at all this, you know, they are going to Africa. My problem is, I'm thinking about a club.
No. The point is the players that they offloaded. How well were they part of the team that's played last season? Kofi Koji wasn't a starter. Frederick was on and off. Larry Smelo was on and off. Patrick Razak on and off. So I don't think they have any.
Going to Africa is not a problem.
No, they are going to buy new players. That's what I'm saying. All the players that they've released are good players, and they'll get teams to play. So they should just move on. The players can get teams to play.
I mean, the other time the report that was coming was like Patrick Razak is even thinking of moving to Instructorman FC.
Any move is a move.
Any move is a move.
Yeah, because Lingard has joined Nottingham Forest. So
it's also crying.
Yeah, sure.
And any news of Munko so playing time. It's maybe playing time now. So no, it's there. I mean, if the coach doesn't want you, what are you going to do to impress the coach? If he doesn't want you, so you should just move on. But Moko Africa is no news because these players have never been regular starters for Accra Hearts of Oak. So how does this affect Hearts of Oak? They've never been a regular starter for them. And going to Africa, even in the FA Cup crowd, they were no regular. So how sure are we that, or how are you going to use them in Africa competitions? And they shouldn't say they are going to do magic in Africa. They are not going to do it. They are just going to have that kind of, you know, a feel.
But they felt it before. Accra Hearts of Oak.
No, it's like they should use. See, this Accra Hearts of Oak is not those then Accra Hearts of Oak. See, they're going to Africa.
Well, are we talking about how to vote?
Let's move on to Kotoko.
It's all Kotoko. We are all talking about it. They say Kotoko issue. And we say how to focus on your issue.
And they are more.
Players say every Kotoko. What's a player is free?
No. Me, I've said it last week that anytime Kotoko issue comes, because it was hard to focus when Dr. Nyautamako came and said that, and then now it is Kotoko. But I want to take this opportunity to let Kotoko, the camp of Dr. Kwamichi, and the camp of Nane Amponsa to understand that the club, Kumasa Sande Koroko, is bigger than the two of them.
Good.
Okay.
Because the way they are throwing jabs and doing things, it is really sad. The things they are doing is really, really sad, and we are not really happy with what they are doing. Today, my own godfather came to sit on radio to say that the jersey that Koroko release is a bomb jersey in person of Dada Kubia Sante. Poppy, I said I was going to call you because Sauka said Otum for put on that jersey in the with all due respect, we've seen SS books that Otum voice at the back of it before. Yeah. So it doesn't. So let's just come together as a club. You people should sit down and make things happen. So if that is my last words, then a big shout out to Sandra, Abigail, and then Shadrach inside La Paz, and also to Akosia Beatrice doing the watching inside Nungwa. Okay. God bless you so much. And the big shower, sorry.
You see, when we are talking about Kotoko, as Patrick said, it's not about Prosper Ogum. It's not about Nanayao Amposa. He was appointed. They are not bigger than Asante Kotoko. Kotoko is bigger than them. So anything that they are doing, they should be. See, at the moment, there are 3 things that is trending with the Kotoko coach. And all of them, all these 3 things is not coming from the camp of Prosper Ogum. It's always coming from the management of Asante Kotoko, not Prosper Ogum. The first one has to do with, they said, according to the management, they said Prosper Ogum has resigned. Meanwhile, there's no official document that shows that Prosper Ogum has resigned. Number 2, a member or a board member, Mr. Aban, on Twitter said the coach has to be fired. So if he's saying the coach has to be fired, that means the coach is still there, he has not resigned. And now there's a third one saying that the coach has been sacked. So which one should we believe? Has he been sacked? Has he resigned? Or is he going to be fired? Asante Kotoko at the moment is a big club. The Omoye and also good club no fin. It's more like there's no structure in the Asante Kotoko management because Obia Soria do Penobeka. Obeti Sobika say because or resign because Oslo Africa.
No, but the truth is that Otumfo should stand up, call these people to order. The team doesn't belong to any of these people who causing the commotion.
No, there's a structure.
Or two of us should just call them. They should cease Kotoko Media from speaking from today.
Simple. Because
what they are doing is sad for a club like Asante Kotoko. You release the Jesse and a side is saying that Jesse no cry bomb Jesse. No.
You see, the main reason why when you set up a company, we have communication team because Omona be a bar, Omode Asante bar out. Yeah. But here's the case: Asante Kotoko is having a communication team, but Ubon's a board member and not Yase no Kase. Ubon's will be Sufiaso no Babekase. Meanwhile, all the things that they are saying about the coach and other things, these things are coming from the management and the board. But Prosper Ogum insu yentis wabejina bibi abekase say. As it is no more percent more to tumo moneshe papa nenum. Because Precious, I can be here and I can tell you that if you do this, I can resign, or if you do this, I'll resign. That doesn't mean I have resigned. In say I can't be sana some mobile now, like I say, well, resign. That is not the truth. Is that excuse my maturity.
Because of time, your last words
this last words is the only last words. I don't got last words. So yeah, bro, say yeah, calling.
Ogun won't be the coach. We will make time for this
next season.
We will make time.
And the coach, but they should come out with, a clean documents. Okay, this is and this is what is happening now. Omunja is something na mabonti omkaka ansem. Na no dia nke bia Karela mo na wo so this ejuma na say we mum because some na smaller clubs. Na penny to say na tifie na say enkola edwa na kan onu say nyanka na kai for na do be kan ho. So big up to Okotoko fan. We are Okotoko fan anyway, but some ya de na say nye wo say e kan and e titi am na so. Big up to Okotoko fan.
We are Okotoko fan or we are Okotoko fan.
I said we have to. We are.
I said we are Okotoko fan. I beg don't help me. I'm not Okotoko fan.
All right. So big ups to Okotoko fans. Big ups to everybody who did the watching, especially to Koliki Dede on Twitter. Big ups yourself. You have been so supportive, and also to Blessing on Facebook, Blessing, and to other family, some FC family or something on WhatsApp. The name is still Edimorat, Edemorrat. My United fans, non-person me. You meet me on Twitter and let's talk about this.
Let me read these last messages, then we wrap up and we leave the studios for other programs to also comments. This one says, this one is coming from Kofi Kweku Ansao writes once again. He says, Kofi Koji, I wouldn't side you saying this, but let me read it out anyways. He says, Kofi Koji is a lazy player, a striker of your caliber who can't compete with Obeng Jr. and Isaac Mensah.
No, he just want me to talk, but I'm not ready to talk about it today. Yeah, that is
this one also saying, my name is Elvis from Ashaman. Good luck, Patrick Razak. We love you so much. Yeah. Okay. This one was also saying, please, they have acquired players to replace. Okay, so House of Oak have acquired players to replace the going ones. Okay, so we are hoping to see these coming
Precious,
players and everything.
Just a quick
Let me read this last message. Then this one says, I'm Patrick from Hot Oven. Okay, I think Ronaldo has a brand to maintain, but if he wants to be the GOAT, then getting goals in the Europa League will do so, because Messi will never play Europa and could not catch up with Europa Goal King. As it stands, no team wants to have a player who is not loyal to the team but UEFA. Very interesting stories over. Comments over there.
Just a quick one. Okay. If I don't do this, I want to say big shout out to Julia of